I moved into my new house last week, excited to leave my old life behind. It was a quaint little place in a quiet neighborhood, exactly what I needed. On my first day, I met my neighbor, Mrs. Hill. She seemed nice enough, but her eyes lingered a little too long on my face, as if she was searching for something. Then she said, "You must be careful about the basement. It's not as empty as it seems." I laughed it off, thinking she was just being quirky. But the way she said it, with a hint of sorrow, sent a shiver down my spine. Over the next few days, Mrs. Hill would drop by unannounced, each time revealing more intimate details about the house. She knew about the creaky floorboard in the hallway, the loose tile in the bathroom, and even the spot in the yard where the grass never grew. What unsettled me was her knowledge of the noises at night. "You hear the whispers, don't you?" she asked one evening, her eyes glazing over with a faraway look. I hadn't mentioned the whispers to anyone, not even the real estate agent. They started around midnight, faint and unintelligible, but undeniably there. One night, as I was trying to ignore the whispers, Mrs. Hill knocked on my door again. This time, she looked more anxious than ever. She thrust an old photograph into my hands. It was a picture of a family standing in front of my house, but their faces were scratched out. "They were the first," she whispered, "and they left something behind." I demanded to know what she was talking about, but she simply pointed towards the basement door and left without another word. My curiosity piqued. I decided to investigate. Armed with a flashlight, I descended into the basement. The whispers grew louder, almost beckoning me to a corner where I found a loose brick. Behind it was a small, dusty box. Inside the box were dozens of letters, each one detailing the last moments of the previous owners, all ending with a desperate plea to stop the cycle. As I looked up, I saw Mrs. Hill standing at the top of the stairs, her eyes hollow and distant. "Now you know," she said, "your turn to warn the next one." The whispers crescendoed, and I realized I was now part of the house's dark secret.